Shares of Snowflake are down sharply. You see almost 19%. This after the company's outlook, its guidance for the next fiscal year was well below what many analysts at least expect. Also, the announcement that Frank Slootman, its CEO, is retiring, that also pressuring the shares.
There's a time where people are underestimating what we're doing, and that time will be gone very quickly. And by the way, we wouldn't be where we are except for these these articles, because people make no effort to compete with us. You know why? Because they don't understand how well we're doing.
Well, let's just start with Snowflake, Brent. What was your take? How unexpected was this? Clearly, I guess, to answer my own question, fairly unexpected that they would come in with that lower growth rate for next year.
Yeah, good morning, David. It was definitely lower. The street was looking for 30% growth. They guided to low 20s. I think part of this downfall is related to Slootman resigning. Effectively, Frank and Mike Scarpelli were the two co-pilots everyone bet on for many years. Right? They sold their first company. They went to ServiceNow pre-IPO, took it public, established the company, grew that to $100 billion plus market cap with Bill McDermott's leadership. And so this is a big blow for shareholders that really believed in these two co-pilots that had flown for a while for many, many years and given amazing returns to shareholders. Yeah. So I think part of this is the Slootman effect. Part of this is just a conservative guide in front of a new CEO. And if I was the CFO of Snowflake, I wouldn't set a high bar for the new CEO coming in. No, it does not. None of the new AI products are in the mix. So effectively, I think this is the bigger issue for a lot of these software names. If you look at the semi names, NVIDIA and AMD are up again. I've been traveling through Europe, meeting with investors, and no one wants to get off the semi trade. Effectively, many of these AI products, it's hype, and it's not revenue reality today. For every software company, it's low single-digit % of revenue. So investors have got a little bit over their ski tips as it relates to the excitement of AI. It's going to come, and we've been saying this, you have to be patient, but it's not here yet, and the revenue is not going to be material until the end of 24 into 25. It's hype today.
Yeah, I think Snowflake has yet to really live up to its long-term potential. I mean, we know it's scalable, it's flexible, it's really seems to be the technology of the future in that space, but they have not been at top ticking in terms of their growth. And so even today, I owned a little bit in portfolios and I sold it. It was only held in 5 accounts, but I sold it because just reading and getting updated on the flow and the macro uncertainty and their clients and where they are with AI, and it's not cheap. At 243 times forward earnings, I said there is no room for error here. So I think that's actually a big problem, is that it just is not living quite up to the expectation.
Whoa, what the heck just happened to the stock of Snowflake, the cloud-based data analytics software play? Saw its stock plummet roughly 20% after hours trading tonight. I like this one. Snowflake shares have been roaring since the lows last October. So when the company reported after the close, it was coming in hot. You wouldn't know it from the action, but the actual results were real good. Clear top and bottom line beat. Earnings per share nearly double what the analysts were looking for. Plus, Snowflake brought in a ton of new business while practically printing cash. Unfortunately, management's guidance did fall short of both the current quarter and fiscal year. But I think the real issue is we found out the legendary Frank Slootman is retiring as CEO effective immediately, passing the reins to Sridhar Ramaswamy, previously Snowflake's Senior Vice President of AI. So what do we do now? Let's go straight to the horse's mouth with Frank Slootman, Chairman and outgoing CEO, as well as successor, incoming CEO, Sridhar Ramaswamy, to learn more. Gentlemen, welcome to Mad Money. But big shoes here, because when Frank retired from ServiceNow, it was a 67, and then it went to 759. What are your plans going forward to keep the momentum?
Frank and our founders have built Snowflake to be the trusted, efficient, cost-effective enterprise data platform. That's a pretty good base to build on top of. But what's really exciting about the current moment, Jim, is that we have so much ambition to do more, whether it is applications running on top of Snowflake, or of course, using the power of generative AI, which I've been focused on for the past year, to democratize access to enterprise data, to have even more people be able to get at the data quickly, to get value from it. So I think there's a huge opportunity in the world of data, applications, and AI that'll keep me busy for many years to come.
Well, let me ask you, what do you think about the idea that what happens is that people say, you know what, before I spend hundreds of millions of dollars buying unbelievably great cards from Jensen Huang, maybe I ought to find how it works. find out whether I can do something with the AI, and see whether the expense get a return on investment or not. Have you been able to help customers already figure out whether that's the right thing to do?
Similarly, people are very excited that without having to write a line of code, they can extract structured data from documents. We are also working on an ability to literally talk to your data, where you ask questions in natural language, and underneath, we do the work, we run the SQL queries, and return that data back to you. And so this is without any commitment from any of our customers. That's the part that really excites them. They know the generative AI is going to have a big impact, but they get to try it out with these products without needing to make heavy upfront investments, all built into Snowflake, the platform. And that's the thing that they're really excited by. We literally have hundreds of customers that are on our wait list for these products to hit GA.
Well, that is very important because people are concerned about the forecast. But Frank, legendarily on Mad Money, you once told me when I said that forecast looks light, you said in Bill Belichick fashion, Jim, the forecast is the forecast, which told me, please be a little more open-minded. Now, Frank, in the rise of the data cloud, you did predict that this would happen. You basically laid things out without knowing that we were going to have generative AI at the time. But this is a different company from what you went to. But it's got billions of dollars in revenues, as is typical, versus what you came in. Is there enough heft to be able to make people say, you know what, before you go buy, we're the right shop?
This is really a great time, and the conversation. I have said the guidance is the guidance. These things are just blips on the radar. You got to just watch what we do and what we report. Giving guidance for consumption companies obviously is notoriously challenging. But it is, we are in an absolutely fabulous place. We are, the company, to come to enable and empower all your workloads, all your different personas in the enterprise, and really extract maximum benefit, from your data estates. So you couldn't be more excited to be sitting here with Sridhar today. Because the future is super compelling.
But we have a ton of stuff that's going to be hitting GA, everything in AI, but also like transactional stores and applications on Snowflake. So there's a lot of upside there. But the forecast is conservative.
Well, look, I'm glad you said that, because it's important for people to know that it isn't necessarily that you guys are pie in the sky. You're just the opposite. Frank, I'm going to give you the last word only because I enjoy your work tremendously. You have said over and again, look, Jim, I like 3 years, I like 4 years, I like to give it all. Would you go back, or is this it for you? Are you finally done, Frank?
No, I'm finally done, Jim. I mean, I don't want to be one of those quarterbacks who doesn't know how to get off the field. I'm making room for bigger and greater talent.
Wow.
Well, Frank is still going to be chairman on our board, and I'll be talking to him regularly. He's still a big fan of the company and all of us. And we are all truly, truly grateful for what he has made Snowflake.